and stronger we shall be. The more we fight together, 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 the more we fight together, and stronger we shall be.
Rising soul, rising soul.
Fighting right now is for the restitution of Biafra, and the enemy of our time today will do everything humanly. Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans all over the world. I greet each and every one of you, wherever you're watching from, wherever you're going to watch this program later. I say, may God can bless you. And as you're coming in, I encourage you to pass this message because it's very, very important. The struggle that we are fighting right now is for the restitution of Biafra, and the enemy of our time today will do everything humanly possible in order to keep us down. And believe you me, honestly, they are going to bring type of any propaganda in order to suppress whatever agitation that we have in mind, whatever benefit that we are going to benefit in this struggle, or whatever progress that we are going to progress in this struggle by using the people who are vulnerable to them in order to sabotage the struggle. Just like what I just told you some time ago, about 2 days ago, when we had a live broadcast concerning the expose concerning the Anambra State Eastern Security Commander in the name of Sapele, who is corrupt and working with the government of the Zoo Nigeria, more especially in Anambra State. And also he played a very major role during the time of Anambra State election. You know, we have been shouting no Anambra election, no Anambra election, but all of a sudden, there was a change of mind from the leadership of the DOS, which that question has not been answered up until today. Now, the very man that they put in place, which name by name Soludo, Soludo, the current governor of Anambra State, when he came into the power, he was trying to convince a lot of people that he wants to do good in Anambra State in order to speak the minds of the Biafrans. Because what we stand for the restoration of Biafra. The ideology that we have is nothing but Biafra. We are not interested in Nigeria. Now, as time goes on, he begins to show his character by trying to divert the attention of every gullible Biafran who is yielding for freedom. Starting from the post that he made in one of his posts he made in his page, and he said revolution. And before I go on with this news, this post is having a concussion or a connection. It's not a concussion. It's having a connection with what is happening today. It's having a connection with what is happening today. Let's just say now, because today the whole eastern and southern politicians and the federal government of the damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria, they have come together in order to make sure that they will begin to kill aside. They will begin to kill aside. But they need to start it from Anambra State. Somebody needs to start it from Anambra State. And this is the person that we are talking about, Soludo. Soludo. Now, the post that he posted some time ago, he said, revolution. In the Anambra, we must take back our land from criminals masquerading themselves as Biafran agitators. The people that he is referring to, he is referring generally to everybody, each and every one of us who is fighting for this freedom in truth and honesty. And also, he is also referring to those that they themselves have used during the time of Anambra election. These are the people that we are referring as the criminals masquerading as Biafran agitators. But to Soludo and co, they are referring to each and every one of us as criminals who are parading themselves as Biafran agitators. He went ahead to say that we cannot allow these criminals, kidnappers, and robbers, extortion to run us out of our beloved state. You also say now, like I said, this is just an opening statement for them to make a way for the damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria to have a justification of what is taking place right now. You also say that because they had a meeting And this meeting was concluded that this month of April and May, there is going to be a shoot aside. A shoot aside in a sense that any young people that they see in the street of the Biafra land, they are going to gun him down. They are going to gun him down. Some of you in Imo State have begun to witness this. We have seen a similar thing that have been happening for a very long time ago. You understand what I'm saying now? We have seen a similar thing that have been happening for a very long time. And this thing that have been happening for a very long time, that it has taken a lot of lives of the people. We have seen also a case where the current governor of Imo State, whom is a criminal, because he is not the person who won the seat of governorship election in the Imo State. But we have seen a case where they have to open to show us a well-dig grave filled with Biafran's bodies. You understand what I'm saying? We have seen, but this one is a total extortion, total masculation, total bullying, total gwalisia. Ha chọka gwalisia ndị Biafra. Ha chọka gwalisia ndị Biafra. Ha chọrọ, they don't want to hear anything about Biafra. This is the reason why Soludo have come. You understand that? This is the reason why Soludo have come. And this is the same reason why that you that is listening to me right now, you have to wake up and do what you have to do. Soludo came out to tell the Biafrans, to tell the people who are in Anambra State, to tell the people who are in Biafra land, who do not believe in this ideology of Biafra restoration, which is, of course, it is a thing that all of us are working together in order to make sure that our unborn generation are being set free. He is telling those people that they need to work hand to hand together with Soludo in order to do what? To wipe away the ideology. Because right now I'm talking about in the general terms. You understand now? I'm talking about in the general term, and this general term that I'm talking about right now is a thing that we by ourselves, we are going to separate the weed from the chaff. You understand now? The politicians, be it the governor of Anambra State, Soludo, be it the governor of Ebonyi State, be it the governor of Imo State, be it the governor of any part of the Biafra land, the 13th state of Biafra land, they don't have any right to separate the wheat from the chaff. It is we, the indigenous people of Biafra, the true agitators, the people who are not compromised, the people who cannot be compromised, the people who cannot value anything less than freedom. It is we that is going to do what? It is we that is going to make sure that we separate the weed from the chaff. That is why I'm calling my brothers and sisters, wherever you're watching or wherever you're going to listen to this program, do not work with any politicians. Do not work with it. Matter of fact, I want you to begin alert. You know something? Be at alert, be an alert, and this message, let this message get to any principal officers, be it in IPOB, be it in the DOS, anybody that is holding a very sensitive principal office. Let this message get to them, because our people need to get ready. Our people need to get ready. Our gallant men need to get ready, because the time have come, and that time is now. That time is now. So send this message to principal officers, be it in the DOS, be it in the autopilot. Any principal officer passes to them. The reason why I'm also making reference about the DOS, it is because that constitution, that institution, DOS, it has been instituted by our leaders in Anambra. You're just saying now, and it has to stay. And we are giving them their respect, because when it comes to a time for official statement to be issued, it is their duty to do that. But if they don't do that, we will keep on doing what we're doing. That is why we are making sure to carry everybody along. So send this message to them so that everybody can be very, very aware what is going on, for you to do what you have to do. So Soludo when I said to say that we can't allow criminals, kidnappers, armed robbers, extorting to run us over out of our state. What is this trying to say? The very great effort that everybody collectively are putting hands together in order to do what? To make sure that everything that Mazen Namdekano stand for, that it come to pass. And what is that thing that he's talking about? He is talking about the restoration of Biafra. It is this is the reason why that our leader Mazen Namdekano is right now in DSS dungeon. This is the reason why that he is now right now suffering. This is the reason why that he abandoned every promises that have been promised to him in order to leave this agitation. This is the reason why that you're watching me right now, you that is going to listen to me, whatever you are, whatever you're doing, your focus must be on that same ideology that Master Nnamdi Kanu has stood for, because he is the only person that can give us freedom. There is no other person. Soludo will not give you your freedom. Neither Devil Mai will give you freedom. Neither the current governor of Ebonyi State will give you freedom. Neither the past governor of Anambra State will give you freedom. Neither the governor of Imo State will give you freedom. Neither the past governor of Imo State, Roger Sokoracha, will give. None of them will give you your freedom. The only person that will give you your freedom is Master Nnamdi Kanu. And by what we are doing collectively, we are getting there. We are getting there. He went ahead to say, could you imagine that in places like Igala, Nnewi, South, and now let me tell you, these places that he's talking about, Anambra State is part of the state that these people have already marked that they are going to shoot aside anybody, any young youth that they see in the street of these places that I'm talking about. They are going to gun him down. They are going to gun him down in Imo State, in Enugu, all the entire Biafra land, the whole 13 state. The whole 13 state. This is their agenda. They want to be shooting aside. It is a time for them because they want to end it in 2022. Remember what Master Nnamdi Kanu said. They have only not got this 2022 in order to finish their work. They have nothing but this 2022 in order to finish their work because they are so in hurry. And we, with this agitation that we are doing, we have been able to delay them so much. So they are in so much hurry. So never you relent on whatever you are doing because they are coming. They are coming. You might see Soludo, some of you might see Soludo that is doing something good. He is not doing something good. We know that a lot of them have been bought over in this great movement. And we are following those people bomber to bomber. And a lot of people are still coming out to testify against the people that have sold this struggle. There's no two ways about it. So we are fighting so many wars right now. Just like Master Nnamdi Kanu said, that he is fighting the enemies within and the ones outside. Now all of us, our eyes have opened that war that our leader Master Nnamdi Kanu have come to our table, and we must finish that fight. We must finish that fight. Now he went ahead to say that could you imagine that in a place like Ihiala, Nnewi South, and part of Agwata people has to pay to this hoodlum to be able to have their title taking, marriage ceremony, burial, and other events in their villages. This is actually the act that Sapele, Uchenna Apatanku, aka Sapele, the commander, the general commander of Anambra Eastern Security Network, who is working hand in hand with Soludo. If you remember, during the past governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, where he made a reference that he is working with the Miet Allah in his government. If you also remember when he said, when you kill a Fulani cow, that villages, the community are going to pay each cow 500,000 naira. And if by mistake, do you see the evil? Did you see the if by mistake that these people, the Fulani Caliphate, killed our people by mistake, that they are going to pay 500,000 naira for a head of a Biafran that have been killed by these people. Could you imagine such an insult? Now, and now I am now telling you that those times that he's saying those things, have you asked yourself, why is it that immediately after Master Nnamdi Kanu launched the Eastern Security Network through by Tort Law, which has been recognized and is still existing in the Nigerian Zoo Constitution, Tort Law, which was enacted in 1986. That was during the time of the Afram massacre. That over 5 million people were killed. Now, immediately that launch of Eastern Security Network was taking place, we've been able to march all across the Biafra bushes and forests to make sure that all these Fulanis, that there are nowhere to be found in our land. But now, the moment that our leader Master Nnamdi Kanu have been captured, Sapele, Benjamin Madubugu, and the rest of them, now, Maduka, these people had 10 years agreement They had a 10 years agreement with the Alhaji Fulanis. They have 10 years agreement with the Anambra state government. They have 10 years agreement with the federal government of damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria in order to do what? Not to do anything. This is a verifiable information. You understand that? This is a verifiable information. You understand that? All of this expose, it is still going to come out. You understand? Because I have a lot in my table to expose. But when something comes out, you need to begin to ship in what is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying now? You need to begin to ship in. So the question you're going to ask yourself, immediately after our leader Nnamdi Kanu was captured, you know what I'm saying now? How many times have you seen Sapele, who is in charge of Anambra State, do evangelist in the forest that where he and his men are meant to work? Have you seen them attack any Fulani cow? Because the Fulani cow came to kill, came to rape, came to kill our fathers. They don't come for any peace. All they came here is to massacre our people. All they came is to destroy our livelihood. Have you seen Sapele? Have you seen Sapele come out in order to do what? To do anything against these people? Of course not. And by the word of Sapele, whom told one of his members, or group of his members, he said to them that Biafra is not going to come now, but after 10 years. This is exactly what he said by his mouth. Send this message to him because we have a lot of things in the table. So Soludo is referring to Sapele. He is referring to Sapele, the people who are collecting funds, the people who are collecting levies, marriage levies, title taking, etc., burial event, etc., for all this event to be taking place. And we also have a case where in Ebonyi State that 32 local government, we have a case in Ebonyi State, 32 zone in one local government. Each one person have to pay 5,000 naira every week. I repeat, 32 zone in one local government in Ebonyi State. Each person have to pay 5,000 naira every week. Every week you have to pay this 5,000 naira, and you have to pay this money constantly during the time of Igbo Bonaya, the former Ebonyi State coordinator. And who is seeing all this thing that is going on is nobody but Chinas Nwuru. Now you now times these 32 zones with a minimum population in Ebonyi State, which we calculated it to be 50 people. That is the minimum, because according to the interview that we did, he said there are people from 60, there are people from 70. But we took the minimum calculation of the 50 population in order to do this calculation, do this mathematics. And we find out that not just in Ebonyi State, but in the whole Biafra land. Because the person who is controlling the whole Biafra land is nobody but Chinas Nwuru. So the same thing that applied in one local government in Ebonyi State with 32 zones, you now times it to the 13 local government in Ebonyi State, now calculate it to the entire Biafra land, then you are seeing that these people are making over 64 billion, almost 65 billion, almost 65 billion naira every year. That is the reason why our leader Nnamdi Kanu said nobody in Biafra land should do any fundraising. So these people have seen that Nnamdi Kanu have blocked their way of milking our people, still allowing our people to be suffering. You know what I'm saying now? They have seen that all of this have been blocked. So they have to make this agreement. And now this agreement is just the one that we know about Anambra State. Have agreement with the Fulani Alhajis. Have agreement with the government of Anambra State. For now, Biafra to be delayed for 10 years. For Biafra to be delayed for 10 years. So this is exactly what you have to know. And that is the reason why that for him to continue these atrocities, he needs to be suppressing our people. Before you do any gathering, be it ceremony, be it any event, they have to be there for you to pay them. Because they have a fear. Their simple fear is this, that when you are gathering in the name of marriage or title taking, that you are gathering there to discuss about the issue of Biafra. That is why they have to do everything, because these people, they are living in fear. These people, they are living in fear. This same fear that I'm talking about is the same fear that made Igwe Ogbonnaya to set the current Ebonyi State coordinator in a person of Wisdom Ezekiel Nwamba during the time when he was the Northern Senatorial coordinator, because he was controlling over 70 population in Ebonyi State. He was controlling over 70 population in Ebonyi State. But before then, Igwe Ogbonnaya have already have his own dead man squad. You understand? To counter this struggle. What am I making this reference? I want you to know where our problems are coming from. I want you to connect with this event that is taking place in Anambra State. I want you to connect with the meeting that they had. You understand? With the meeting that they had, that this month of April, month of May, that they are going to be shooting aside any young youth that they see on the street of Biafra. They are going to shoot that person down. That is why I'm making this connection. And this connection is a thing that you must connect very fast and make use of it. You know what I'm saying now? This connection is a thing that you must make fast and connect very fast so you can do what you have to do as a person. Because our people are dying. Our people cannot die just like that. You know what I'm saying now? If one need to be killed, that person need to take not less than 10 to 20 life along with him. The zoo must fall. Anything that will make zoo not to form, this whole world you're seeing is going to collapse. You know what I'm saying? It's going to collapse. Now, going back to what we're talking about the Anambra State, about the crimes that Sapele is committing. Now, Soludo, according to him, he said that these hoodlums, in your marriage ceremony, burial ceremony, event, title taking, you have to pay them. Why? Who are these people that you are paying? It is people of Sapele. Who are these people? It is the people of Chinasamoro, because they have a fear. Anywhere they see a gathering, they know that is the danger. Because they say a guilty conscience, a guilty conscience fears no accusation. A guilty conscience fears no accusation? God, I'm going to a guilty conscience fears no accusation. A clean conscience fears no a clear conscience. So I didn't go to school. I did not go to school. So when I make a mistake, I have to reconnect. A clear conscience fear no accusation. Yes. A clear conscience fear no accusation. You understand now? If their hearts are clean, why would they be disrupting the people who are having marriage ceremony? Why would they be disrupting the people who are having traditional marriage ceremony? Why would they be disrupting the people who are taking their title? Why would they be disturbing people who are doing their burial ceremony? You understand now? These are the people that I'm talking about, because their conscience is not clear. You see, if their conscience is clear, why would they be fearing for the overthrown or whatever? Because the light have come and the light have stayed. Now, Soludo went ahead to say they collect daily, weekly. Did you understand now? The expose that we did against China Sanworu confirmed that every week they collect 5,000 naira. Each individual, 5,000 naira each individual. You understand? Now, if I begin to do analysis, which I'm going to do more analysis, to make sure that I get the accurate local government in each state in Biafra land, so that I can be able to give you actual figures that these people are making every year before Mazinam can stop anything levy collection in Biafra land. You understand now? Before Mazinam can stop any levy collection in Biafra land. I am going to do that analysis. I am going to do an analysis. But the one that we just confirmed says here, every week, 5,000 each individual in one zone. The lower population in one zone is 5,000 population. 5,000 population. And in this 5,000 population, you will have to pay 5,000 every week. That is to say that each month you are paying about 2,000 naira every week. You don't times it by 32 in that particular zone, times it by about 416 zones. 416 zones in Ebonyi State. Now multiply it by the whole Biafra land. These people are making tons of billions of naira every year. You understand now? These are the people that Soludo is referring. But one thing we are not going to allow Soludo and Co to do is to help us to separate the wheat and the chaff. Because if we allow Soludo and Co to separate the wheat and the chaff, they are going to wipe out both the wheat and the chaff. So we cannot allow them to wipe out both the wheat and the chaff. We by ourselves are going to separate the wheat from the chaff so that we can be able to know who is who. And the judgment of these people is when Biafra restored. Mazen Namdekan made us to know, to understand that once Biafra is restored, whatever your crime is, the law of the Biafra land will deal with you. If you are found guilty to be hanged publicly in the market square, you'll be hanged. If you are found guilty that you are going to be hanged in front of your family, you're going to be hanged. If you found guilty that you are going to be sentenced to life imprisonment, anything that the law of the Biafra land find you guilty, that is what you're going to serve. That is what I'm saying. That is why we don't take life. The real Biafran agitators, we don't take life of innocent. The only life that we are going to take is the life of Fulani who have come to kill and destroy. That is the life that we're going to take. But to take a life of innocent person or a fellow agitators, we, the true Biafran agitators, we don't believe to, no matter what, we don't believe in that. You understand that? We don't believe in that. We don't believe in that. This is Mazani Keman Kendele Mwachneke, a bona fide active member of IPOB and also an active financial member as well, serving the indigenous people of Biafra through media, evangelist, and also in music. Now the news continue. They say they kidnap people, threaten people. They kidnap people, threaten people. Did you know what that means? They kidnap people and they threaten people. Who are the people kidnapping people? Sapele. Because we have it on a very good authority. We have it a very good authority and confession. You understand now? Through the names of the announcement of King Jaja and Co. attacking Numa Sabutua. Just because King Jaja and Co. and his team and his own, they refused to collect 30 million naira that was given to them to allow Anambra state election to hold. They refused to collect that 30 million naira, not to go and be sharing card, voters card, flyers card. They refused to collect that money, even though that they later find out that the exact money that was given to Sapele and the Benjamin Umaru to give to them was 50 million naira. You understand that? But they rejected it. They rejected it. That is the reason why that you see their name being announced by China Samoro, because they need to take them out. If you are not with them, they are going to take you out. You understand that? This is where the kidnappers come in. They kidnap people because Sapele kidnapped King Jaja. Immediately they neutralized King Jaja and Co. with the Radio Biafra. They called him, come, let us settle. Immediately he come, they kidnapped him and he second. Today, may his soul rest in peace. He's nowhere to be found. But the beauty things about this blood of innocent people that you're wasting, it is coming back on you on 1,000 folds. And there is no way that you're going to run out from this. You understand? We don't fear our enemy. We confront our enemy. We tell them what they have to do, and we don't fear anybody. We don't fear anybody. These are the people that they are involved in kidnapping. They will threaten others with kidnap to get to pay. So when we tell you, or we told you that the government of Damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria are the ones sponsoring the unknown government, you understand now? Sponsoring the unknown government, you need to believe us, because we don't believe in anything armed struggling. All we have is nothing but Eastern Security Network. Eastern Security Network right in our bush. You have such network in the northern part of Nigeria, Hizbah. More than 7 terrorist groups but the official one that we know, Hizbah. You have also such a security network in Yoruba land, which is Oduduwala, which is called Amotekun. Now, what is different between this security outfit and Eastern Security Network? It is because the light shines from where we come from. And we are the people who are going to bring out this light. That is why they don't want us to succeed in any form. That is why we are going to defend our land with the last drop of our blood. We are going to defend our land with the last drop of our blood. It does not matter what the enemies does. It does not matter what they think. It does not matter how many people they're trying to infiltrate with bribe and corruption. It does not matter what they promised you, but the truth stands that Biafra must be restored. Our people must be free. The Nigerian government must grant us referendum, because what we ask for is nothing but referendum, so that people can be able to choose. If you want to be in Nigeria, then so be it. If you want to be in Nigeria, this is the only thing that the people are asking for. You understand? But Nigerian government, with their collaboration of the Southeast and South-South politicians, they come together in order to kill us. They come together in order to shut us up. But we refuse to be shut up, because what we are doing is within the confines of the law. That is why outside Nigeria, nobody recognizes the indigenous people of Biafra as a terrorist. That is why whenever we go to protest in any part of the world, the police are guiding and protecting us for not any harm to come to us. Police are there with their ambulance in case if somebody slumber. Police are there to make sure that no racists attack us. If we are terrorists, why would we be receiving such a treatment or protection from the outside country? It is only Nigeria, because they know what we are asking for, they know what we represent. But with the collaboration of the British to put us on this unperpetual poverty, for allow the Fulani people to run us over, that is exactly what we say, that we cannot allow that to happen. It does not matter what anybody does. So as I'm talking to you right now, wherever you are as a Biafran, wherever you are as a youth, please rise up to defend yourself. Know that the time is now. Know that the time is now. And send this message, let this message get to any principal officer. Be it in the other side. What I mean in the other side, the people who have seen the truth, but they decide to bury the truth. Send it to those ones who have destroyed and sowed the struggle. Also send it to the autopilot principal officer, so that everybody can be able to stand up and do what they need to do. And also this message go to everybody all around the world, that the Imo area account must be funded, so that our people can be able to get the adequate support that they need. They can be able to get the adequate support that they need, because the time is now. Soludo have come to finish the job. Soludo have come to finish the job. So one of the questions that you're going to ask yourself, before now, Soludo was singing Biafra as praises. Soludo was singing the Biafra issues like Biafra national anthem. Soludo acknowledged that Biafra is an ideology, that you cannot kill ideology with bombs and bullets. Soludo acknowledged that. Now, what changed? It is the same thing that Mazen Namdekanu said. No matter how intelligent you are, no matter how educated you are, you can never succeed, you can never do anything within your power in order to do what? To make this Nigeria work. Because once you are operating under this constitution of 1999, damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria constitution, you are not going to succeed. Nothing will ever make you to succeed as a human being. You understand? So these are the kind of questions I'm going to ask yourself. You understand? These are the kind of questions I'm going to ask yourself. So people who are trying to make a kind of one kind of excuse or the other to justify what Soludo is doing, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And the people who have fought for that changing of that constitution, the Fulani Caliphate have killed it on arrival. You understand? So the only option that we have, nothing but the only option, because we are here, is nothing but Biafra. Everybody that listening to me all across the damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria, be it from the west, be it from the north, wherever you are, if you are in Hausa and kana jina yin zinnan, abin da zaka saka samun zaman lafiyar naka nan, kowaye ya tashi yanzun nan, kowaye ya tashi yanzun nan, karka yarda wa'angan mutanen nan su kashe ka a banza. Kafin su kashe ka hakan ga wa'angan fulayen nan uncircumcised Philistines, kafin su kashe ka, wallahi tallahi ka sa kaman cewa mutum 10 ko kuma mutum 20 ka yi tafi da shi. ka gane ko domin in ka bar su haka na ana kakkashe ka a ta kenan kai wawa wa'angan mutanen nan sun san abin da suke yi government of Nigeria sun san abin da suke yi ba su so kai da kanka yanzu nan ka zo mun zaman lafiya ba su so kai nan ke yanzu nan kai nan ka sha ruwa ka aje kwalle ba su so abin da suke so suna so su kama kowa fili nan in baka yarda cewa zaka zama musulmi za su kashe ka ka gane ko a kwashe maka matanka a kwashe maka yaranka a kwashe maka komai abin da kake da shi ka gane ko wayar ga abin nan babu inda zamu yarda shi ne muka ga maka kowayen da yake ce wai shi nan ya yarda a cikin wannan Nigeria ka gane ko ka bari wannan Nigeria zai kashe ka amma da kan nan ka embrace the indigenous people of Biafra in ka embrace the freedom of Biafra a to kenan kai yanzu na zaka samu zaman lafiya mazin nan da kan ya ga mana cewa bayan da Biafra da ya zo ka gane ko menene matsalanka kana son mai zai dinga ba ma mai kyauta duk African da yake gaba duk Africa da kaka ga yanzu nan zai ba ma kowaye mai free of charge under the supervision of the United Nations for 10 years. Mazin Namdi Kanu ya faɗa hakan ga ya ce wai under the supervision of the United Nations zai ba ma Africa gaba daya oil under the supervision of the United Nations. To menene kuke so? Kuma ya ga maku cewa bayan da muka samu abin da muke so nde wa'anga fulayen nan ba su bar ku sha ruwa ku haje kulle wai fada ku zo a Biafra nan ku kama asala to menene zaka yi yanzu nan menene zaka ga mun cewa yanzu nan zaka zo na ana kashe kafansa menene zaka zo na yanzu nan ka ga mun ce ana kashe kafan nan ga abin da yake faruwa yanzu nan a Anambra state ga meeting da suka kama yanzu nan suka kama meeting cewa a wa'angan watan nan wata na hudun nan da wata na biyar da yake zuwa ka gane ko wai kowaye kowane mazan da suka gani hakan ga a fili wallahi tallahi wai za su harbe shi shine nake gama mutanen mu lokaci ya zo kowayen da yake je murya na yanzu nan kowayen da kake je murya na yanzu nan karka yarda wa'angan mutanen nan suka daga ka gane ko domin ka bar su za ka kashe ka banza ga inda aka yanyanka yaraye ga inda aka yanyanka mata ga inda aka yanyanka mazan mu da inda aka kokonna mana filin mu ga inda aka kokonna mana gidajen mu kuma za mu bar su hakan na muna kalle su ai babu hakan da za mu yi wangan mutanen babu inda mun nan sai mu yi gabun nan domin abun da muke so yanzu nan kowaye zaman lafiya kuma abun da muke so su bamu referendum babu ruwan mu da 2023 presidential election babu ruwan mu da 2043 election babu ruwan mu da 2053 election babu abun da muke so referendum shine naka ga maka kowaye yanzu nan da ya tada wa'angan election campaign wallahi ka karba abun nan ka faffasa mun da ka faffasa musu kai ka kokona motacin nan ka kure su dukan su dokar dutse ka harrabe su domin election tun 1960 zuwa 1963 zuwa daga yanzu nan zuwa 1963 zuwa yanzu nan 2022 menene Najeriya ka baka yanzu nan kana gane ko menene Najeriya ya baka zuwa 1963 har yanzu nan menene Najeriya ya yi maka tambaye ni bayan makaranta menene kana da kasuwanci akwai asibiti akwai ruwan sha babu to kowa yanda yake jin mu yanzu nan za mu sa hannu domin waɗannan mutanen nan mu ci kuturmu buru ubansu ka gane ko mu ci kuturmu buru ubansu waɗannan mutanen nan they have not won a war in their life they have not won a war all they do is to use voodoo all they use is to use wayo in order to penetrate you. When they penetrate you, they come at night to kill you. Be awake at all time. Be awake at all time. That is why I'm telling my people, what this organization that Soludo is organizing every political leader in the damnable Solid Republic of Nigeria, starting from the Biafra land, he is going to get his reward. But we are not going to allow him to get his reward. We are not going to allow those infiltrators in this great movement to get that reward. because they want each and every one of you to be killed. But one thing between we and them is this, that we don't believe in wasting the blood of a fellow freedom fighter. You understand now? That is exactly what is different between us and them. So we must recognize the fact that there is a war before us. We must recognize the fact that we have a fight to fight. We must recognize the fact that everything that we are doing it so that our generation, unborn generation, cannot pass through exactly what we are passing through today. You understand now? We must, this sacrifice, we must maintain this sacrifice that we are paying. It is taking us a lot. It is milking our blood. It is taking our strength. But Chukwu Okike is always there looking upon us to make sure that we got to the end where he wants us to be. Our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, is right now in DSS dungeon. He is not alone. Chukwu Okike is right there within 247. He is praying with us. He is praying with us. He is praying for us, for us to carry on with these agitations. Because he has said it so many times that nothing that the Zulu government will do to him that will make him to abandon the Afro struggle. He has said this in so many times. He has said this in front of Geneva. He has said this in United Nations. He has said it in so many times in a live broadcast that there is nothing that the Zulu government will do to him that will make him to abandon the restoration of Biafra. So this is exactly what we all must do. We must all penetrate the Zulu government. We must use everything humanly possible that we can be able to penetrate these people and to destroy them one for all. As still members of the Keman Kandele Wachineke, a bona fide active member of IPOB and also an active financial member, 7 indigenous people of Biafra through media, evangelist, and also in music. Shalom.